and welcome to the Redmen TV. Liverpool crash out of the FA Cup at the fourth round to the hands of West Bromwich Albion in a game that proved that the only thing worse than VAR is still Liverpool's defence. Shocking, absolutely shocking. This should be a game where we're talking about VAR and we're going, oh, look, it's terrible. It's terrible, by the way. It's terrible. Listen, people can harp after getting decisions right all they want, but to be stood in a stadium waiting for that shit to pan out is rubbish. Something needs to be done about that. And here's the thing, it nearly gets us out of jail. We should be 3-1 down. We should then, because of it all, be at 2-2, and we should be able to take the game on. But unfortunately, you know, we are the agents of our own demise time and time again. Buying one centre-half's not going to fix that, whether it's a collective mentality, whether it stems from the goalkeeper. What's the point? You know, they don't see any leadership from the back. It was just poor. It was poor from after about the third minute or the fifth minute or whatever it was. Probably Firmino, amazing goal and deserves credit for that. But he toiled and didn't seem to get involved enough for the rest of the game. Mo Salah gets a goal back, great. Danny Ings thought he buzzed around and looked like he's just Danny Ings, isn't he? You know what I mean? He does all the right things, and if he could score goals at the end of it, every one of us would be chuffed to have a player like Danny Ings in the team. But until he starts scoring goals, inevitably there's going to be question marks over why Liverpool aren't dipping into the transfer market. Massive few days coming up for the manager. If we don't buy anyone, and it looks very likely, you know, that we won't, and you know that's his decision, that's his cross to bear. Fair play. He thinks that means that he thinks that he can get more out of this side, and I think you can see some little flashes of gainings, and Solanke's got potential. But it's going to be there. It's the sword of Damocles hanging over this club's head, and whenever things go wrong, we're always going to point back to this transfer window and say, you've just sold one of the key attacking players in the team and not replaced them. And if you can't win games of football, if you can't break teams down, then that's on Liverpool for not replacing a player of that quality. And you know what I mean? I will never understand the true circumstances around it and why they decided now to do it. And you can talk about the bad penny or the bad apple or whatever. You can spout all that you want. Liverpool need cutting edge. They need more players, and Sadio Mane, something's happened to his form. He's still sticking the ball periodically in the back of the net, but he's not the player that he was last season. It means a lot of extra pressure on Bobby Firmino and Mo Salah, and again, on the other players coming off the bench. Danny Ings basically hasn't played football for 2 years, and we're asking him to go and try and win games of footy for us. And for all the will in the world, he'd do it. He wants to do it. He's desperate to do it, and he's doing so many of the right things. But you know, if he's not sticking the ball in the back of the net again, we're going to understandably be pissed off with the way the club's going. Here's the thing. You know, it wasn't for a lack of effort on the pitch. Though some players had bad games. Emre Can was horrendous tonight, absolutely horrendous. You know, absolutely was not the game for him. Maybe it's just that it's a game too soon for Jordan Henderson. You can see the difference in how he played with Henderson on the pitch. Much better, moved the ball around much more quickly, had a lot more vision, a lot more creativity in the midfield. Trent is a tremendous footballer, tremendously talented. He had a terrible game today as well, absolutely shocking. His touch deserts him, his decision making, and we just look panicky at the back. And what more can I say? Mercifully, it's not too long before we have to pick ourselves up and go again. Huddersfield looming in the week. No idea how that's going to go. Not looking forward to that now all of a sudden. But you know what? Inevitably, it'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine, won't it? We'll probably start winning the game. But right here, right now, as I'm stood in the freezing cold here and Liverpool are out of the cup, I'd love to be stood here just saying it's all VAR's fault, but it's not. Liverpool have got to be better as well. Anyway, leave your thoughts on the match in the comments below. Drop a like on this video. It'll cheer me up immensely. Subscribe to the channel as well. See you soon. Ta-ra.